I was born in Newport, Rhode Island. Went to Catholic schools, grammar school, high school, college. I graduated from Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts. Growing up in Newport was a tremendous privilege, really. One of the things that people often ask me is, how did you become a librarian, or why did you become a librarian? Well, I graduated from college with an English literature degree, and I had absolutely, positively no idea what I wanted to do. And my dad talked to me at one point about University of Rhode Island is starting a School of Library Science. I applied to the University of Rhode Island School, and believe it or not, I am the first graduate of the University of Rhode Island's library school. I graduated in 1965. I moved to New York City, and the next thing I know, I was an employee of Newsweek magazine, working in their reference library in what's affectionately called the morgue. I had a wonderful time working for Newsweek for over 7 years. It was really, really tremendous. I worked for a fee-based information company called Find SVP, and I worked for them for a couple of years. But then my former boss at Newsweek got in touch with me and said one of his classmates in his library school was about to take over the Chicago Public Library. He was looking for someone who had a background in business, science, technology information. I was interviewed, got the job, and I worked in setting up that Department of Business, Science, Technology. Very shortly after I started, I became head of the Central Library and Cultural Center of the Chicago Public Library. While I was at the Chicago Public Library, I met my wife of now 47 years. This Thanksgiving, it'll be 48 years. This job was open in Alexandria. It reminded me of Newport. I grew up in a colonial town, and Alexandria is a colonial town. I saw immediately that this was a place that loved libraries, was going to get a lot of support, and that proved true until the time that I retired. Before I retired, I discovered the wood turning in 2001, using a lathe to make platters and bowls and pens. I mean, just all kinds of things. One of the most exciting things that happened, we were contacted by Mount Vernon. They had some trees had fallen in a hurricane. If we gave you some pieces of this tree, would you make bowls out of it for us to give to donors? And one of the things they said was, and you can keep a bowl or whatever you want for yourself, but we want to make sure that you say on the bottom of it, from George Washington's Mount Vernon. We live right across the street from the Beatley Library, and that I can look out and see the parking lot from where we are. We're on the 11th floor. And I look down, and that parking lot is full every day by noon time. It's just it's amazing. It was a wonderful addition to the library system. You would hear people say, "Well, libraries are dying. They're not going to be around." The exact opposite has happened. Libraries are twice as busy than they ever were. The last number that I saw was the library served either online or in person over 1.5 million people. This is in Alexandria, Virginia. 1.5 million people, or 1.5 million accesses to the library. That's tremendous.